Hello, my name is Jeff Graybill, and I am an agronomy educator with Penn State Extension in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Today, I'd like to take just a few minutes of your time to discuss cover crops, what they are, and how they can be a benefit to farmers, landowners, and to the environment. Cover crops are one soil best management practice, or BMP, which are seeing an explosion of both interest and adoption. Simply put, a cover crop is a crop grown to provide ground cover and to protect the soil which is planted and grown outside of the normal growing season. Cover crops have many uses. Farmers may choose to plant a cover crop to prevent erosion and protect soils during the fall and winter months. Cover crops scavenge and hold nutrients, especially from manures, preventing their loss into streams and groundwaters, holding them within their roots and leaves to be released in spring to the following corn crop. Cover crop living roots help build soils by adding organic matter and biological activity, which increases natural fertility and soil quality. Cover crops are often planted and then harvested to provide additional forage for the Commonwealth's hungry dairy cows. There are many web resources with excellent information about cover crops. The one pictured here is from the NRCS, the National Resource Conservation Service. Searching on the keywords cover crops will find many of these sites. This is a research field at Stony Lawn Farms in Middletown, PA. Ryegrass was seeded into standing corn last summer. Today, manure is being injected into the field instead of spread on the surface as part of a Penn State research trial. The ryegrass will be terminated and corn planted again this year. Previously, I've discussed some of the more tangible uses of cover crops. There are, however, many additional benefits. Cover crops can increase soil quality, which often brings improved soil structure, tilth, and carrying capacity. This helps to prevent soil compaction from heavy modern machinery. Cover crop residues will protect the soil surface and conserve moisture. Cover crops feed soil microbes, which increases natural fertility. This is a photo taken at a local field day with a mixture of triticale and crimson clover. The dairyman will harvest this for forage and then plant no-till corn for silage. You can easily imagine how the roots of these species are also bringing a lot of benefit to the soil itself. Cover crops can increase the yield of the main crop. They can fix and add nitrogen to the soil. They can even do an excellent job of suppressing winter weeds. Cover crops truly have multiple benefits. Because of the multiple uses for cover crops, many species can be considered and tried. Currently, the most common cover crops in PA are annual grasses, the most popular of which is winter rye. It's a very hardy and versatile species. Other grasses commonly used include wheat, barley, triticale, ryegrass, and forage oats. Of these, oats is the fastest growing and can often be harvested before winter closes in. The others can be harvested in the spring or simply terminated to protect the soil in a no-till production system. Legume species, such as crimson and red clover and hairy vetch, are also commonly used for cover. An additional benefit of a legume is that it will fix nitrogen from the atmosphere, thereby reducing the need for commercial fertilizer for the following crop. Legumes are high in protein and can also be harvested as a forage. Some local favorites include brassicas, such as the daikon radish, called tillage radish by some, Also turnips and rape. All of these have a long, thick taproot to loosen tight soils and pull nutrients up from deeper within the soil. Some species will winter kill, while others will thrive in Pennsylvania winters. Finally, many farmers are finding additional benefits if they mix and match species to their needs. Partnering a grass and legume, for example, is becoming increasingly popular. One key to successful use of cover crops is selecting the correct species, not only based on the desired use, but based on the adaptation of the crop to the local growing season. Some species will not grow well if they're planted too early or too late into the fall. The planting date has significant impact on variety selection. If your primary crop is harvested in late October, for example, then the only species you can use is wheat or rye. This is because many species, such as vetch and clover, are best seeded from mid-August into September and will not survive the winter if seeded this late. Proper seeding not only includes the correct species for the planting date, but the proper seeding rate, seeding depth, and fertility. Often a no-till drill, pictured here, is used for optimum establishment. One of the greatest challenges in cover crop production is spring management and termination. If this is not done correctly, many species can act like a weed and compete with the following crop. In no-till production systems, herbicides are most always needed to control the cover crop, no matter if it is harvested or simply left as a mulch on the field. For organic and conventional farmers, plowing is another way to terminate the cover crop, but this can open the field up to undesirable erosion. The field pictured here was harvested for corn silage in late August and planted no-till with oats and crimson clover about the first week of September. You can see excellent growth from the oats, with the clover hiding underneath. Oats is one species which will winter kill in a typical Pennsylvania climate. Here you can see the oat residue with the clover greening up nicely as photographed on March 8th. On May 9th, the clover was chopped and put into the farmer's silo for a high-protein, high-quality dairy forage. Then, in mid-May, corn silage was again planted no-till into the residue left over from the hay harvest. This is a system which is becoming popular on many Pennsylvania dairies, where forage and hay are expensive and often in tight supply. Many cover crops are not harvested, but simply terminated, remaining in place as a mulch, benefiting the following crop. Pictured here is a beautiful cornfield responding to many of the cover crop benefits that we've learned about today. The rye was sprayed with glyphosate about April 15th and then planted with corn on April 26th. This photo was taken about June 20th and shows you the residual mulch protecting the soil and also preventing moisture loss. We see excellent weed control and a promising field of corn. As more farmers become aware of the benefits of cover crops and adopt their establishment and production, I believe that not only will yields continue to rise, but the health and sustainability of our soils will rise as well. Who can help you learn more about cover cropping? There are many resources available. Penn State Extension at the local and state level can help you with information and advice. NRCS can help. They currently have funding opportunities which promote and cost share cover crops, especially on erodible soils. And don't forget neighboring farmers and the Pennsylvania No-Till Alliance. They will have tips on production and help you locate no-till drills and other equipment that you might need. Central PA is a hotspot for cover crops, their research and development. Several nationally recognized cover crop seed sellers are from this area. You can discuss your needs with one of their knowledgeable sales team. And finally, environmental groups such as the Chesapeake Bay Foundation have programs to help you get started with cover crops. Also, USDA agencies such as FSA and NRCS have national websites as well as local offices. Truly, cover crops have found a place on many Pennsylvania farms. It's a practice that many of our grandfathers knew the value of, and one that more and more contemporary farmers are rediscovering. Thanks for your time.